Right now, the Sun Prairie Area School District Board of Education is accusing the former Sun Prairie East High principal of inappropriate conduct, what a third-party investigator says they found.
It's mild out here on the patio. We have a mild weekend in store. But when can you expect a 20-degree temperature swing in the downward direction?
And later, the Goodman Center begins bagging together Thanksgiving baskets for families. We're live at the center with how things are going. Welcome to News 3 Now at 6. And we have an update to a story we first brought to you last month. The Sun Prairie School Board says the reason former East High principal Renee Coleman resigned was due to an investigation into alleged misconduct.
Our Ellie LaLiberte joins us now to break down that investigation. Ellie?
This release details findings of that investigation. It looks into complaints made about Coleman's actions during a staff event and comments she allegedly made to other district employees. The district claims on August 27th, Coleman made inappropriate comments about the district superintendent and allegedly used a derogatory word to describe people with disabilities when talking about students performing a dance routine. Coleman also allegedly made comments about an employee's hygiene. The document also claims Coleman said she could not be fired because of her race. During the investigation, the district also got another complaint accusing Coleman of allegedly repeatedly misgendering an employee over the course of last school year. The school board claims Coleman gave false statements during the investigation in both complaints, saying, quote, "While we did not initially intend to share this information publicly, this can no longer be avoided based on Ms. Coleman's actions." Continuing that, former school board member Alwyn Foster's abrupt resignation was another reason for the release, continuing by saying, quote, "Given Mr. Foster's assertion of mishandling of this matter, and after grappling with this decision, the SPASD believes it must provide additional context to our community." Coleman had held the role in East High School since 2021. She resigned in late October. The district says this is the last public comment they will make on the matter. They'll release public records as soon as possible. Now, I've reached out to both Foster and Coleman for comment, but have not yet heard back.
Ellie, thank you. Two teens are being accused of making terroristic threats against Stoughton High School last week. A 14-year-old and a 15-year-old were arrested yesterday. Police say the two posted threats on social media on November 13th that, quote, intentionally caused the public fear and panic. Last week, an anonymous tip was sent to law enforcement about the threat. The teens were taken to the Dane County Juvenile Reception Center. Their names have not been released.
The fate of the man accused of groping children while working at the Oregon pool is unknown. The judge declaring a mistrial after jurors returned from 1 day of deliberations in a deadlock. James Miker is charged with 3 counts of second-degree child sexual assault. He's accused of groping 2 young boys while teaching swimming lessons in 2022. Earlier this week, both of those boys and their mothers testified. Miker himself took the stand yesterday. He denies the allegations. Miker will remain out of jail on bail and will be back in court for a status conference on December 16th. A person is dead after a fire in Whitewater. It happened yesterday afternoon. First responders were called to Ventura Lane after getting a call about smoke in a building. There they found several household items fully burnt. One person was found dead inside. Right now, investigators are trying to figure out the cause of the fire and the person's cause of death. Well, dry conditions return to southern Wisconsin. Let's check the first warn forecast with Chief Meteorologist Alex Harrington out on the patio.
Armand, dry and mild conditions. I'll add the mild there as well to the descriptors. It's beautiful out here on the patio right now. We had all that snow melting at this time last night, but with warm temperatures, all that snow, that's a memory. But we do have cold weather in the forecast. It's part of the 3 things that you need to know. It will be mild through this weekend. Expect some rain and snow on Monday, and a big pattern change is on the way following Thanksgiving. We're going to track that coming up in Maine weather. 43 on Saturday, 48 on Sunday. That 48 on Sunday is going to be nearly 10 degrees above normal. Relatively light winds on Saturday. It's still a bit breezy out here in Maine weather. We're going to track when we can expect those winds to fully subside overnight tonight going into early Saturday. We'll give you the hour on that in just a little bit. So a beautiful weekend is in store, and tonight is looking really nice as well out here. Temperatures right around 40. I'm going to get my walk in, then join me again during the 10 o'clock newscast when we have our temperature still around 40 degrees. Now, hold on to 40 degrees because we have temperatures that are going to be 20 degrees colder in our future when January-like readings enter southern Wisconsin. We'll talk about that as well. well in Maine weather.
I wonder if you'll get your walk in then.
I'm going to be very bundled up then. Yeah.
All right, Alex, thank you.
Sure.
The Thanksgiving holiday is expected to be a record-breaking week of travel. Friday is expected to be the busiest travel day for flyers before Thanksgiving. The TSA expects more than 18 million people will go through security across the U.S. for the holiday period. Wednesday is expected to be the biggest travel day for drivers. AAA projects a record 71 million people will travel by car for the holiday.
The city of Madison says there will be no Streets Division collections on November 28th and 29th. Drop-off sites will be closed on these 2 days as well. The Saturday and Sunday following Thanksgiving will mark the drop-off sites' final weekend hours in 2024. Depending on when trash and recycling days are in your area, the city has divided it in days. For Wednesday or Thursday, trash and recycling collection day, carts should be to the curb no later than 6:30 in the morning on November 27th. For Monday or Friday trash and recycling day, carts should be to the curb no later than 6:30 in the morning on December 2nd. You can find more information on channel3000.com.
Goodman Community Center is giving away meals to families in Dane County, and News 3 Now is a proud sponsor.
And Tanasia Shaw is live at the center. Tanasia, there's still time for viewers to contribute.
Yep, there is time for people to donate, and as you can see here at the Goodman Community Center, we are in the Thanksgiving spirit. It's Tanasia the turkey for today. Okay, let's take a look at these baskets. These are the baskets that people are donating towards, and I'm going to show you what's inside. So here we go. We have some stuffing. We have a lot of canned goods in here. These are some pecans. We have some gravy. And we have some green beans and much more. These are things you can donate to. Now, I'm going to let you get a look at these volunteers. These are just probably less than 1/4 of the volunteers that have been helping this throughout this month. 600 people in total throughout Dane County are helping Goodman Community Center feed 4,000 families for Thanksgiving. I just think that's amazing. And there's ways that you can help, and this is going to continue. So today until 7 p.m., so if you have the time within the next hour, you can donate perishable goods. So that's going to, of course, be anything in a can. Specifically, they are asking for gravy, they're asking for cranberry sauce, and they're asking for vegetable oil. Everything else they have, but their overflow will go towards their pantry. If you don't have time to make it today, you can make it tomorrow from 9 to 5. And tomorrow being Saturday and Sunday from 9 to 5. Now, if you can't make it at all, no biggie. You can always donate online. We have all those links on our websites. I'm going to send it back to you, Susan and Armand, reporting in Madison. Tanasia Shaw, News 3 Now.
Tanasia, thank you. Boy, it's amazing to see how the community has responded to this. It really warms your heart. Governor Evers says he has granted 172 pardons today. That brings Evers' total number of granted pardons to 1,436, the most ever given by a Wisconsin governor. Under Executive Order number 30, individuals convicted of a Wisconsin felony may apply for a pardon if they completed their sentence at least 5 years ago and have no pending criminal charges. Individuals currently required to register on the sex offender registry are ineligible for a pardon.
The Capitol building is inviting you to its tree lighting. The tree went up yesterday, and students across Wisconsin had until today to submit their themed ornaments for placement. This year's theme is 125 years of Wisconsin state parks. If you want to watch that large, very tall tree get lit up filled with Wisconsin-made ornaments, you can head to the lighting ceremony in the Capitol Rotunda on Thursday, December 5th at noon.
The holidays are here.
Yes, they are. Well, coming up on News 3 Now at 6, an update to a couple recalled products that have made several people sick.
Plus, those of you serving Thanksgiving dinner this year will be thankful for cheaper prices. We'll tell you how much cheaper dinner will be compared to last year. We'll be right back.
You're watching News 3 Now at 6, brought to you by Gruber Law Offices.
At Gruber Law Offices, we know how to win. Real cases, real results. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
It's Hy-Vee's Thanksgiving sale, Friday through Wednesday. Hy-Vee canned corn or green beans, just 59 cents. Hy-Vee butter, just $3.49. 6-pack bottles of Pepsi products, just $2.99 each when you buy 4. 5 pounds of gold medal flour, just $2.48. Hy-Vee cream cheese, 3 for just $5. And Hy-Vee shredded bar or cubed cheese, just $1.99. Save in-store and online, Friday through Wednesday, only at Hy-Vee.
For 5 years in a row, Fry Construction has been voted Madison's best roofer, and it's all thanks to you. Now we're giving back with a special offer. Get 24% off installation when you schedule a full roofing project with Fry Construction. Save big while keeping your home safe, warm, and energy efficient this winter. Don't just beautify your home, beautify it with the experts you trust. Call Fry Construction today to schedule your free consultation.
When it comes to what's best in a mattress,
big ol' springs,
memory foam,
springs,
foam. Denver Mattress says, why not both? Introducing the Doctor's Choice Hybrid with the cooling full-body comfort of gel memory foam and individually wrapped coils featuring Boss technology. All packed in this easy-to-manage box. Choose from the luxury firm, Plush, and Eurotop. And rest easy knowing it's backed by our 365-night better sleep guarantee. The Doctor's Choice Hybrid, exclusively at Denver Mattress.
A Madison apartment complex plagued by poor conditions and deadly violence.
My son got killed 2 months later.
Find out what happened after an outcry and desperate actions by residents here at the Harmony Apartments. News 3 Now investigates Monday at 6.
You're watching News 3 Now at 6.
Well, here's some good news. It is safe to eat boar's head deli meat again. The deadly listeria outbreak attributed to boar's head is over. That's according to the CDC. The agency says all of the products that were impacted by the outbreak are now past their shelf life, making them unlikely to be consumed. It's also been 2 months since the last illness was reported. There were 60 hospitalizations from this outbreak across 19 states, and 10 people died as a result. In September, one of Boarhead's plants was permanently closed. It also discontinued its liverwurst products, which was one of the sources of the illness. Grimway Farms is expanding its recall, however, of carrots and baby carrots that may be contaminated with E. coli. It's adding 4 bag sizes. The outbreak linked to tainted carrots has caused 1 death and sickened dozens of other people in 18 states. The company recalled its bagged organic baby and whole carrots. They were sold under a number of brand names, including Trader Joe's, Whole Foods, and Sprouts. The baby organic carrots had a best if used by date ranging from September 11th to November 12th. And the whole organic carrots had a use by date ranging from August 14th to October 23rd. So if you have them in your pantry, throw them away and clean and sanitize any surfaces they may have touched.
Well, here is some good news for those of you hosting Thanksgiving dinner.
The average cost of this year's dinner for 10 people is about $60. That's a 5% drop from last year. Bringing down that cost, the main event, a drop in the average price of the turkey. But consumers remain unhappy about inflation's impact. This year's meal is still about 19% higher than it was before the pandemic. But one expert tells us that's expected.
We've been in this large inflationary environment, and so because things are seeming to level off right now, some of that supply chain pressure that we've seen in poultry and eggs has come down a little bit. And so overall, your Thanksgiving meal should be a little easier on the paycheck this year.
The cost of Thanksgiving dinner items varies based on location. Dinners with the least expense in cost are the Northeast, and then the Midwest is number 2.
As long as ham is cheap, that's all I care about.
You're not a turkey fan.
Not a turkey fan, no.
I could make a meal out of just the sides, too.
Yes,
yeah,
definitely.
It's good stuff.
Well, still ahead, the NFL and NBA send out a warning to their players.
Plus, when kids need help with their homework, they usually ask mom or dad. But one boy in Shawano County decided this was an emergency. We'll tell you who he dialed for help.
And how's the weather looking this weekend? Hopefully not an emergency. Alex returns with a complete forecast after the break.
Can your roof survive another winter? Winter winds can loosen and blow off shingles. Freezing rain can cause shingles to crack and leak. Protect your roof now with Roof Max. because nobody wants to replace their roof, especially in the middle of winter. RoofMax can extend the life of your roof by 5 to 15 years, guaranteed, at a fraction of the cost of a new one. Call now and we'll give you a free evaluation of your roof.
Come celebrate the season with Baraboo Furniture and Mattresses store-wide fall kickoff sale. Every department is on sale. Save an additional 25% off the lowest marked sales price on Smith Brothers and England living room sets. Save an additional 30% off Flex Steel furniture, 25% off Amish furniture. Every department is on sale in our beautiful showroom, including Ashley, reclining furniture, spring air mattresses, and much more. Hurry in today to the huge store-wide fall kickoff sale at Baraboo Furniture and Mattress, where your satisfaction is our guarantee.
There's a fine line between gorgeous and Griswold. Don't get tangled up this season. Instead, enhance your home with Cardinal's smart outdoor lighting solutions. You'll spend less time dangling off a ladder and more time enjoying what really matters. We'll install smart outdoor lighting solutions catered to your needs so you can go from fancy to festive in just one tap. Light up your home like never before. Book online and save 10% on smart outdoor lighting solutions with Cardinal.
Hello, Wisconsin insurance brokers. Are you seeking outstanding dental coverage options? Momentum Insurance is your answer. A locally owned Madison company, we specialize in meeting Wisconsin residents' dental insurance needs. Our comprehensive coverages, competitive commissions, bonus programs, and online portals are what set us apart. Partner with us to elevate your group dental offerings. For details, visit our website at MomentumPlans.com. Momentum Insurance, your partner for outstanding dental coverage.
You don't need to battle addiction alone. Contact the great people at Wood Violet Recovery today. You could be on your way to recovery the same day. Wood Violet Recovery works with a wide range of insurance networks, so a large portion of your treatment may be covered. Wood Violet Recovery will create the treatment plan that best suits your needs. Unlike other rehab facilities, phones and laptops are welcome. Today may feel dark, but there's a brighter tomorrow. Contact Wood Violet Recovery now.
You're watching News 3 Now at 6.
A 10-year-old boy in Shawano County is making headlines asking for help with his homework, but it wasn't his mom and dad that he reached out to.
Oh, he went to the big guns. As Drew Best reports, he didn't get in trouble. He got help.
We do a lot of stuff with the community. We have a great community here in Shawano County. They support us, and we support them whenever we can.
It all happened last Friday when 911 dispatcher Kim Krause received an unexpected call she says she will never forget. A 10-year-old boy who she says was very sincere about getting help with his assignment.
He said, you know, ma'am, I know I'm not supposed to call 911 for this, but I really could use some help with my homework. I asked, well, what can I help you with? And he's like, it's math. And I'm like, oh, I've been out of school for over 40 years. So I'm like, oh, I don't know if I can help you with this, but we'll find somebody.
Since the department was not busy at the time, they decided to respond.
I actually sent a message to the deputy who was responding, and I said, you got a lot of pressure on you right now to help this little boy with his math homework.
The responding deputy was Chase Mason, who stayed and helped the young caller complete his decimal-based math homework. Both Sheriff Lenzner and Lieutenant Madel complimenting Deputy Mason for his help in serving his community.
This morning when I came to work, I told our lieutenant that's in charge of the Facebook, I said, let's put this on Facebook. This is one of those feel-good stories that people need every once in a while. I'm just real proud of Deputy Mason.
That shows the impact that positive law enforcement stories can have in a small community. So we have a very supportive community. We always have. They're very law enforcement friendly, and it's good for us to kind of show the side that people may not always see.
It's always math, isn't it?
It is, always.
After wrapping up the assignment, Deputy Mason reminded the boy to only use 911 in emergency situations in the future. He also gave him his business card with his non-emergency number. Of course, if it was science homework, he could just call our chief meteorologist, Alex Harrington, couldn't he?
Math is hard. Math was not always my easiest subject going through middle and into high school. Then I kind of got the knack for it in college. But no, it is not an easy topic. Well, what is easy is going to be the forecast as part of the 3 things you know for this weekend. That's the easy part. Staying mild, then we'll have a rain-snow mix as we go late Sunday into Monday, and then a big pattern change is on the way after Thanksgiving. Wait till you see some of these temperatures I have in our 10-day forecast. Temperatures out there right now, 41's pretty popular. Boscobel, Lone Rock, Madison, Janesville, Watertown, Dells, you're at 38. This is where we should be for this time of year. Pretty much all 41s as I look across all of Dane County, unless you're in the town of Perry. You're at 39 degrees, so just a touch cooler to the southwest. 41 with northwesterly winds at 12 miles per hour. That's not the gusts. I'm going to be taking a walk here after the 6 o'clock newscast, and you're probably wondering, well, with these temperatures staying so mild, it still is a bit breezy out there, so that puts a tiny little chill in the air, even though the actual temperature is still pretty mild for this time of year. 7:30 p.m. wind gusts potentially between 15 to 20 miles per hour. But once we get to 10 o'clock at night, they're down to 10. And as you wake up in the morning on Saturday, look at this, wind gusts 5 to 10 miles per hour. So you just got to get through the evening hours tonight, and then our winds tomorrow very light. 43 for high temperature, cloudy skies, maybe a peak of sun, but hey, with temperatures up near 48 degrees, a few clouds, that's not going to probably hurt things too much. A beautiful weekend is in store across southern Wisconsin. Then the weather system coming in here on Monday. First to show you what that will look like. Coming through as a couple showers, maybe ending as a little bit of light snow. Well, how much light snow are we talking as it moves out of here pretty quickly? Just very small amounts, less than an inch across southern Wisconsin, if we're lucky with that, if you want some of that snow. A little bit later in the weather here, I'm going to show some folks that really did enjoy the snow. Maybe a touch more in central Wisconsin. Blaze will be here throughout the weekend to keep you up to date on this weather system if the potential is still there for that mix of that rain and snow. There's some indications that it may come through a bit more on the dry side. 42 though for Monday, so as it starts it will be showers, then ending as a few snowflakes. Then our temperatures go mid-30s. That's where we should be for this time of year, and then there go the temperatures. Look at that, 20s by the time we get into next week. Those are normal highs for January, with snow showers expected both Saturday and on Sunday. What's the likelihood of this cold? Nearly 90%. So this is pretty locked in that we've got a very cold weather pattern heading to southern Wisconsin. And usually I do my viewer photos during the Live at 4 show, but I could not help it. This one just sent in from Billy. Wisconsin goats here enjoying the snow that we had yesterday, and there's a little more in the future for them.
All right, Alex, thank you. The NFL and the NBA have issued security memos to teams and players warning organized groups may be targeting the players' homes. This comes after recent burglaries at homes of several athletes, including Milwaukee Bucks player Bobby Portis. The NFL Bulletin warns that criminals appear to be exploiting team schedules and social media to gather information about their targets. The perpetrators may be connected to transnational South African theft groups.
And coming up in sports, the Badgers two-step their way to another win. How they got the job done in the Greenbrier tip-off. That's next on News 3 Now.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Maddie has heart failure, and it can't be cured. Our neighbor is using a Grace, so I asked Maddie's doctor about them. Turns out, they can help us. They're already managing Maddie's breathing trouble better. A Grace, authentic care and connection. Visit agrace.org to learn more.
Nobody wants to think about cold weather, but now's the time to winterproof your home. Is your house cold every winter? Your home needs foam. Are your heating costs too high? Your home needs foam. Do you have different temperatures in different rooms? Your home needs foam. USA Premium Foam is over 35% more efficient than ordinary, weaker insulation. Winterproof now and get 0% financing for 72 months.
USA Insulation.
Are record high energy costs putting a squeeze on your fixed or limited incomes? While you haven't asked for it, the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund and your local energy assistance providers are here to help. No Wisconsin resident should ever have to face the challenge of living without heat or power or face homelessness. For a hand up, apply today.
This is Franklin Graham. The southern part of the United States got hit by terrific storms this fall. So many people have been hurt. We all go through storms in life. It may be a marriage, it may be our children, it may be our health, cancer. Do you have an anchor to hang on to as you go through these storms? I do, and that's Jesus Christ. 50 years ago, I gave my life to Jesus Christ. If you've never done that, you can do that right now. Just pray this prayer with me. Just say, God, I'm a sinner. I'm sorry for my sins. Forgive me. I believe that Jesus Christ is your Son, that he died for my sins on the cross, and that he was buried, but on the third day you raised him to life, and I would like to invite him to come into my heart and live from this day forward forever. Amen. If you prayed that prayer, call the number that's on the screen. If someone would like to pray with you, talk to you right now, just call that number that's on the screen. God bless you.
Food insecurity continues to be a major hurdle for our communities. That's why UW Athletics and the Goodman Community Center need your help in providing thousands of holiday meals to Dane County.
Consider making a food or monetary gift today. Visit goodmancenter.org to learn more and donate.
The neat thing about holiday tournaments is the location. In years past, Wisconsin has made the trek to Hawaii for the Maui Invite and the Bahamas for the Battle for Atlantis. This year, well, Greg Gard's squad is playing inside Colonial Hall, an actual ballroom. Wisconsin taking on UCF in their Greenbrier tip-off opener out in West Virginia, and they couldn't have asked for a better start. The swing and then the splash from Kamari McGee had the Badgers fox-trotting their way out to a 21-point lead. McGee scored 14 off the bench, and then later in the first half, more from distance. It takes two to tango, but John Blackwell will take all three of those. Game high 17 from him. Wisconsin gets the win 86-70. Well, let's face it, this season hasn't gone the way the Badgers envisioned it. 0-4 against ranked teams on their schedule, and a blowout loss to rival Ira has Wisconsin sitting 5-5 with 2 games left to play. But the year isn't over. 1 win sends UW bowling. 2, well, that's closing the year out with the Axe and the Freedom Trophy. So the focus right now for Luke Fickell's squad, finish strong.
You have so much, to play for. I mean, you got 2 trophy games left on your schedule. Very, very important to our players and our coaches and our fan base and our state. It means a lot to us to do this thing the right way for our seniors and to finish well. We don't take that lightly.
And the Packers won't have to face Brock Purdy or Nick Bosa on Sunday, as Mike Shanahan ruled both of his stars out with injuries. Brandon Allen will make the start at QB for the 49ers. Since being drafted in 2016, Allen has started a total of 9 games. So looking good for the Packers on Sunday.
Good stuff. I can't believe there's only 2 more Badger games, too. The year's gone.
Maybe 3.
Maybe 3. Yeah, I was just going to say, hopefully 3. Mild outside tonight.
Mild tonight, mild this weekend. Then temperatures are going to make a big change next week. 20 degrees swing down.
Have a good night, everybody. See you back here at 10.